This channel's real. This channel's about documenting. This channel's about talking, having an open opinion. And let's get started. Say whoa, say whoa. Say whoa. Head of a horse, the body of a man. Unidentified flying object. Welcome back to another video. What's up, guys? It's me, Do Not Obey, and welcome back to another video. Now, I had two strange things happen to me this week. One was a dream that I actually wrote down what I could remember, and the other is a real eye-opener that I'm still being gang stalked after all these years. So I'm going to talk about the gang stalking tomorrow for the check-in for Friday. I got a little story. I've written that down as well so I wouldn't forget the major details. But let's start with my dream I had. All right, so I'm just going to read it. It may sound robotic, but I wrote it down so I could remember because it made sense to me in the real world. And there's a saying that people can enter your dreams, that people can jump into your dreams, that people can stalk you in your dreams because they have something to either say to you that they're not saying to your face, or they're talking about you and they're not saying it to your face. But see, the universe puts sometimes your enemies or negative energies into certain dreams or realms so you can face them or be ready. That's just kind of what I feel happened to me. All right, so in my dream, I remember camping, okay? And I had already had my campsite together. In this dream, I felt comfortable. It was like I had already been there, maybe a day ahead, right? It's like I was already there. Now, I remember seeing or feeling Tisha. Now, y'all know Tisha is my homie. That's my baby. We do go camping together. That's my bestie. I love her to death. And there were people around me that I knew that I was comfortable with or that I had invited. But I didn't see them, but I kind of remember seeing the side of Tisha's face and then seeing her walk off in the dream. So I know she was there with me. Well, in my dream, I knew who she was. So then my dream jumps and I see an old ex-friend, and I don't want to give any initials. It's a small town. We'll call her J, okay? Or enemy. I put this. So I seen an old ex-friend or enemy. We'll call her J. And somehow she popped her tent literally right outside of my tent. I remember somehow being inside of my tent, opening up my tent door, seeing a tent literally facing my tent like this. And I'm seeing her walking. Oh, hold on. So it's like it's right in front of my tent, okay? I felt very invaded and I felt very, very disrespected, like I did in reality when we were friends. It was the same feeling I got when I was around her in reality that I was getting in my dream. The same disrespect, the same invasion, the same just thinking you're better, you're a bully, you know what I mean? So all right, so I remember in my dream, I started talking to a group of people. So I get out the tent. I remember kind of having to slide past her tent, and I'm pissed. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is she doing here? You know what I mean? And I'm not realizing that I'm dreaming yet at all, okay? So I remember walking up to this group, but it's like I can't see them. But I knew that I was comfortable once again with this group. I don't know who these people were, but I obviously knew them. They made me feel comfortable. And I remember telling them, she does this all the time, Jay. This is why we're not friends. She makes people be around her. Like forcing yourself around this person. Like if you do not call this person every day or miss a phone call, you would have to pay for it. Like, you're gonna have to explain yourself. It was very, very invasive. All right. So I also remember feeling confused in my dream and trying to figure out how to move my tent. That's all I kept thinking was, bitch, where am I move my tent? I can't believe she found me in the woods. She put her tent right outside of my tent door. Like I don't know why I was so surprised. Like, she's a bully. And now I have to move my tent, right? Y'all, this dream was crazy. I just wanted to get away from her, period. Okay. So also, as I'm thinking where I can move my tent, 'cause I'm looking around, keep in mind they're walking down, and for some reason every time I look up, they haven't made it down this hill. It's like they're coming down the hill, and then when I look back, they're still coming down the hill. So it's like it's getting replayed. It's like they're never getting close to me. And I say they now because they ends up popping up with another friend that I don't deal with. And what's crazy, in the real world, they never hung out. Jay really can't stand. We'll call her. Ooh, we'll call her. So we got Jay, and we'll call her April. Okay. So April and Jay never really hung out, never really liked each other. And I know for a fact to this day that Jay cannot stand April. So I see them walking down together. Now, they start, and now I don't know where I am. It's weird. So I'm seeing them come down. Then my dream flips to where, like, I'm like a football field away, maybe. Yeah. And now it looks like they're on the other side of me. My tent's way down there. Their tent's way down there. Oh, sorry. So my tent's way down there. Their tent's way down there because, like I said, the dream flipped. Sorry, my phone cut off, so I don't know where I stopped at. And they're starting to put the rest of their stuff up, like literally in front of our campsite. Her tent's in front of my tent. They're putting their tents up, and they're getting all their stuff out like it's okay, right? Like it didn't make any sense. So I also put a side note that I hate when people invade my dreams, because I know that I don't talk to April. She's fake and phony. And she really would never tell me anything to my face because she's fake and phony. And Jay it's been over going on hopefully 10 years, and it's going to be long till death before I will ever speak to that person in the spiritual world. I hope to spiritually smack that person into whatever hell they need to go into. But for real, y'all. So that's what I put there. And then let's see. So I put, so I did tell y'all at the beginning that I did some research of how people can pop up in your dreams. And it means that you are either also on their mind or they have something to say. That's why I started with that, because I had to research and I watched some TikToks, and it started making me think, like, this is not the first time this has happened, but this is the first time my ass woke up like, bitch, I get it. Like, I got it. I started typing. Like, I downloaded that dream, right? So I don't talk to, like I said, either one of these people. I will never be around them. And my dream just kind of ended. I started realizing that I was asleep, right? Because when I told you guys that I still was dreaming, I didn't realize that I was awake yet. Like, I was in a dream. Well, as I started looking at how they're putting up the tent, I started looking around, and nobody else was around me anymore. Like, the people that I felt around me. And it's just like I was out there by myself. They were on the other side of the field where my tent and our tents were, and they invaded our space like they would, because they're both just And I remember saying, this is a dream, but this, I get it. And I cannot believe she would do this to me in my dream. Like, you're so mean in reality. You're such a bitch in my dream. So yeah. So I kind of label my dream hoes you can't trust, because there's just hoes out there you can't trust. And sometimes they'll pop up in your dreams because they either are talking about you behind your back. They have underlining things that they need to tell you. They may need to speak to you and be a bigger person, or they just need to let things go and stop talking about me. I don't know. Stop invading my dreams. Have you guys have any like downloads like this, or where you have people popping in your dream that you know that you don't deal with anymore, or have a bad relationship? Like, do some research on it. They may need to tell you something, and they're not. So the subconscious, their spirit goes into your dream. I just hope that if people do, visit you guys, I hope that they're nicer, because obviously this one hasn't changed in the spirit or in reality, because she was just as mean as she would be in the real world. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys liked my dream story. Like I always say, do not obey, stay woke. Peace.